What is up, YouTube? Johnny B here again today, and it is a sad day. It is currently Monday. Yesterday we had an incident where I went ahead and decided to come get my car because I normally don't drive it as much anymore. I only drive it on the weekends, and as soon as I opened the garage I noticed something a little awkward. My welder, which is normally on a little stand, was missing. I was like, okay, did my dad grab it or did someone come swipe it while I left the gate open? And then I go and I look at my paint supplies, and my expensive $500 gun is missing, which is what I use to paint, you know, when I paint the cars and I clear coat them and all that stuff. And then I started looking around, and my complete wall is just missing the tools, and my toolbox is missing tools. So looks like we got hit hard over the weekend, and they took everything that I actually used to work on cars. So right now, at the moment, I have no tools to actually even continue the Fiesta project, because I don't have any tools to remove the wheels. I don't have any of the tools to cut. I don't have any tools to weld. Like, they literally brought it to a halt, and I don't have my paint gun, so which means I don't have the tools to paint the kit. So we're gonna have to I don't know. I don't even know what to do at this point. We contacted the cops. They came. They took some fingerprints off of the door where they busted in. They took some parts of the fence to see if they can scan some DNA off of that or somehow. And then we did get some footage on the cameras. Actually saw who the guy was. So hopefully we can find him. Hopefully we can get all the stuff back, because to come out of pocket, you know, I think he took around like $2,000 worth of like tools. It's gonna be kind of hard, you know, when you have bills to pay and stuff like that. So let me just show you guys what's missing, I guess. So if you guys look at this wall, it looks pretty blank, and that's because all of my tools are missing. Literally, I had stuff hanging on every single one of those hooks. This wall was full of tools, and they decided to just swipe as much as they could. And then if you go ahead and look down, my toolbox has like random things in it, but I had every single different type of socket in this area. I had it looks like they left the old stuff, which sucks. They took all my new wrenches. They pretty much wiped me out clean. All of my toolbox was like full of tools. A lot like the welder and stuff that I had in here is missing. So if we look over here, so if you look at that, that is the little cart where my welder used to be on, and that's the first thing I noticed, that it was just missing. And then over here on this little red table is where I had my paint gun. Had like a box with the paint guns, filters, sticks, and all kinds of stuff. That is completely missing. So they pretty much wiped out a lot of my tools that were on the ground as well. Luckily, my car was unharmed. I was expecting to see some missing parts, maybe my wheels or something. I had it on the lift, so they didn't even get a chance to even get in my car. So I think it being up in the air actually saved my car from them damaging it or doing anything to it, because they did go check all the other cars to see if they're open, and mine was actually open with stuff in it, and nothing is missing from there. So I'm guessing since it was in the air, they couldn't really get to it and didn't know how to bring the lift down. So that was a big save. I'm just happy that the car, you know, nothing happened in the car, because we obviously weren't here, so nothing would have happened to us. But to see my car get, you know, dismantled is like one of the biggest fears and nightmares that I've always had. Just to wake up one day and then it's just missing all the parts. So you guys might be wondering, well, where did they get in, Johnny? Like, how did they even get into your garage? Well, the garage was designed to have an actual door in the back, and they were able to get in through that door. But the gate that we have in the back is also a chain link fence, so they could literally just take pliers or, I don't know, wire cutters or whatever just to get through it. And one of the biggest issues that we have is that we have an alley that's a dead end, that a lot of homeless people, a lot of like drug addicts sometimes spend the night in the corners. So sometimes, you know, these people could be walking by and just like peeking into the area, because you can actually go see everything that we have. Unfortunately, if you go ahead and get over the fence, and if they've been watching us for a while, you know, they knew what I had. They've seen the gates open as I was working. So let me show you guys where they came in through. So as you can see, they went ahead and cut the fence and like perfectly got the wire out of the way. So in all, that's how he got in and was able to get in through the back door and just get away with everything. So for the footage, we actually got some footage of him coming around like say 11:30 to midnight, where he comes into this area, actually comes past it. He goes beside a Jeep that we have here into like a little trailer that we have, and there's just footage of him walking around. It looks like he was covering his face, so we couldn't really notice, you know, who exactly what his face looked like, but we got to see half of it. We got to see the way he walked, the way he was kind of like hunched back, the way he sags his pants. And then after that, we got a little bit of footage of him coming back. It might be the same guy, it might not be the same guy. It looks like he came back with a jacket, like if it was cold or something like that. And then on that footage, he actually went through and looked at all the vehicles that we had open just to see if there was anything else that he was missing that he could steal. We did have a tent outside. He actually went ahead and took the tent, and then he even went as far as to go all the way to the front entrance of the door, and it looks like he was peeking and snooping around a little bit around that area. And we got a chance to get like a little side profile of him as he was walking back. So he didn't really look directly into the camera. I'm not sure if he knew that we had cameras, but at that point, you know, right there, he looked like he was just looking for like any little extra thing he can take. And not only was it us that got hit, our neighbors also got hit. They do awnings, like professional electronic awnings that like you can pop in and out with a remote. And they had a bunch of like aluminum beams that they used to build those. They were like custom beams. They took about like five sets of those, which is each set has 10 beams, and it took like a total of like $10,000 that they took from them. So it was a big thing that happened. We had the cops over here with us, with them, trying to figure this out, and it looks like it's getting to be a pretty big investigation. Because I've gotten stuff stolen before, and I've never had a cop actually try to get fingerprints and try to get DNA samples, and then have a detective, you know, that's on the case also looking into it with the video footage that we got, you know, we gave them so they could check it out. And then on top of that, we have a contact with a detective, so in case we do find any of our stuff that's missing, like on Craigslist or on OfferUp, or maybe like at a pawn shop or something like that, I could just contact them, send them the link, send them a picture of something, and then he can actually go try to see if he can get that stuff, you know, arrange a meeting with whoever's selling it and stuff like that. So hopefully we get the stuff back. You know, if not, I'm gonna have to just buy tools all over again, and it's gonna be a slow process, obviously, because about $2,000 worth of tools is a lot to just dish out all at once, just to get us, you know, get us started, get us going again. You know, it sucks, it happens. We know we have insurance on the building against fire and stuff. I don't know if we have insurance against theft. We didn't have a dog, but you know, all in all, I think with the $2,000 that they took and the insurance that we haven't been paying for theft, it'll kind of like even itself out. You know, it's not, we always gotta look at the positive things, you know what I mean? You can't always let you down, unfortunately. So we're just gonna get back up, you know. Even if they don't find this guy, you know, we gotta keep working. So I gotta get everything. So I hope you guys like the video, you know, to show some support. You know, it sucks. We've all probably been through this situation at one point, and it just makes you feel like you've been violated. You know, it makes you feel like someone was in your personal area, and that's not fun. That's not something that you like to feel. You don't like to feel vulnerable. And on top of that, it just doesn't let you sleep as well anymore because you're not as comfortable. Like last night, I was on my phone looking at the cameras, you know, while I was in bed, because we have Wi-Fi cameras here, so I can look at the cameras from anywhere as long as I have internet on my phone. And I was just checking, you know, at those same times that he came, just to make sure he didn't come back and just finish off the job and take whatever was left. So hope you guys, you know, show your support, hit like on the video, and then I don't know, maybe let me know if you're in the Phoenix area, if you've heard of anything, you've seen anything suspicious. You know, hit me up on my Instagram at initializedFRS. Initialize_FRS. So as always, hope you guys have a good day.